vlogs, battles, music videos, interviews, and much more. Pushing the culture forward. No Mercy TV.
Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy, Trap New York shit. NoMercyTV.com. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I wanted to speak about this real quick because, like, I find it funny when things come like full circle and like I might have been just sitting back observing something. I might not say nothing, and then boom, the lightning strikes. Like, you feel me? So, Mike P, Mike P. It's been kind of a big topic as of late, just because of him coming out recently and speaking on how he feels like URL mismanaged his career. You understand? And in the artist standpoint, it's perfectly normal that you have those feelings, especially when you feel like you have been thrown into certain situations that really didn't benefit you, or where you were just like appearing to be the sacrificial lamb, or whatever the case was, which was the case with Mike P. you know um there's me, I'm kind of on the fence with that whole even mentality, because in battle rap, it's just like, yo, if you lost, you lost. You understand? Like, that's just what it is. Like, I'm not with the excuses. Like, oh, it's supposed to be a crowd. It was supposed to be a crowd, and it wasn't supposed to be a crowd. But then they let people in, or I was battling in this person's backyard. Blah blah blah. Like, when you battling, that's what you sign up for. You understand? If you lose, you take your L like a man, and that's just that. So Mike P has a lot of, I guess, reasons as to why he lost certain battles, or whatever the case. He feel like a bunch of them shits were probably like quote unquote setups, right? But um, over the years, right, with him being Team URL, he has always, and he even admitted this himself. You understand? He was always, throwing darts at RBE and stuff like that. And when I would see it, right, because it seems so unprovoked, and when when I see him throwing these darts, right, and taking these shots at RBE, whether it's I believe there was one when ARP was doing like his 10-part series or whatever, and I think Mike had something to say about that on Twitter. Like, there would just be these instances where Mike P would just be saying certain stuff, and from my vantage point, right, I'm looking like, yo, you do know if this URL situation ever goes left, you're gonna need this man. You understand? And that's the case for a lot of y'all battle rappers, that unnecessarily take sides, because as we see, people who are the closest to URL or deem URL family, like such as the K Shine situation, you see what they're going through. So if you see what someone that's as close to them as K Shine was, right? If you see someone like that going at it with them, what do you think that means for the rest of you niggas? Like, don't think that them personal relationships or whatever the case is matter, because when it's time for certain shit to happen and y'all don't agree and y'all ready to go on y'all social media tirades or start these blog channels and start, oh, I don't rock with URL, or they did XYZ to me, then when you was down with them and you was taking all them shots at RBE or KLTD or Chrome 23, now when you need them, it's going to be hard to get business done. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like Mike P kind of serves as an example, because now that he fell out with URL, now he's everywhere else. Now he's on the trenches card. Now he's on blackout. He even in his blog said he's down to have a conversation with ARP. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see him on RBE soon once they rectify it. You understand? So this blog ain't to like kind of come at Mike P or kind of like shade him in nowhere, nothing like that. This blog is to say, use him as an example. Use him as an example of someone who was riding with team, right? Riding with gang, throwing shots at the ops, and then shit with left with gang. Now you need the ops. You understand what I'm saying? So, and it's just interesting. Now him and Nunu's going back and forth. You understand what I'm saying? Now you leave gang, and now one of the gang is on the opposite side shooting at you. You get what I'm saying? So now you got to shoot back, and stuff like that, and even that can create a bigger wedge. So now it's like, you understand what I'm saying? So battle rappers just take this as a lesson. Don't get too caught up in the league versus league politics, because at the end of the day, I don't care like what your personal opinion is on the situation. Once you make that public and you insert yourself, especially unnecessarily when nobody was talking to you, then you're going to put yourself in a position to where it's like, when you and gang have y'all issue, it's going to be hard to mend things with the other side. You understand? So, that's just what I wanted to speak on. But for me, this was something very interesting to watch. This was really something very interesting for me to watch, because I've been talking about how battle rappers move like this for years. Like, for years I've been talking like this. Like, let the leagues, if the leagues have their issues, URL and RBE, they got their court case, etc., let that be with them. You understand? If it's going to be smacking Beasley versus ARP on the public scene and blah, 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 and they throwing shots at each other, let them handle that. Do not take it upon yourself as an artist to cut off another line of income. Like, this is the stupidest shit ever. You understand? All of these relationships and all of these, boats that y'all getting on, that, y'all getting a little bit of money, y'all getting a certain level of fame or whatever. Y'all thinking that this is going to be the way forever. Y'all really think it's going to be, URL for life. And then when it's not URL for life no more, and you need the ops to float you a life raft, then you're going to be just out here looking stupid. And I'm a person who catches all of that. You understand? I see all of it. I just be scrolling my Twitter timeline. Oh, this person shooting at ARP for no reason. This person shooting at URL for no reason. And it's like, what? You understand? Just to end up later on having to beg for a life raft. You understand? And I'm not saying that, Mike P is begging, but I'll say he did the mature thing, because on the live that he did, when he was, talking about it, he was owning up to the fact that he shouldn't have been doing that. You understand? And that takes that takes maturity and being a man to even, be able to admit that you was wrong or something like that. But there's a lot of people who we know are going to stand on what they stand on. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, just take this as a lesson. Let the leagues have their issues. Don't jump in the middle, because you're going to look crazy later on when you need the ops. That's all I'm saying. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I'll holla at y'all soon.